Hello, and welcome to Silicon Valley Girls Chat Over Tea. I'm Gloria,
And I'm Rosetta.
and as we always remind you in the spirit of love and kindness, please listen to one another, be kind to one another, and stay conscious in the present moment and live and breathe love.
Thank you for the reminder every week, Gloria. I love that. I love that. Thank you so much. And hi, everyone. Welcome back to our channel. If you're new, welcome, welcome, welcome. And before we get going, just want to remind everyone, if you like our videos, please hit the thumb icon, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell notification. Ding, ling, ling. We don't have our bell, but it's ding, ling, ling. Thank you so much. And we are Silicon Valley Girls Chat Over Tea. So we're going to go right in and talk about the teas that we're drinking today. So today I'm drinking one by Yogi. See that? It's called Egyptian Licorice.
Her favorite,
My favorite,
licorice.
favorite Egyptian licorice. And the ingredients are, it says USDA organic, caffeine-free herbal supplement, warming and natural spicy sweet. And it has licorice root, cinnamon bark, orange peel, ginger root, cardamom pod, black pepper, and clove. So that's what it is. And I've had it seeping because, I really like the teas when we've had it seeping for a while and it's not boiling hot. So I like to drink it when it's not really boiling hot. So cheers,
Right.
everyone. And
Cheers, my friend.
cheers.
Cheers.
And Gloria is going to tell everyone what she's drinking today.
And today I'm drinking one of our favorites, and that is the Tulsi. Okay, let's see. How do I make it come in so you can see it? Ooh, now we both are gone. Okay, Tulsi Sweet Rose. Tulsi Organic Sweet Rose.
Okay, you can just tell us what's in there. Now it's
Yes.
disappeared.
Okay. So I know it's not feeling the love. Oh, look, now it's going to show the top.
Oh, it's okay. We don't need
So
it. It's fine.
yes, inside we have a proprietary blend. It is organic Tulsi blend, which is the holy basil and the East Indian basil. Then we have organic, what is it? Oh, organic flower, and it is a chamomile flower, organic rose, organic lemon myrtle leaf, and organic stevia. It is very organic, as you can tell. And this is one of Rosetta and my favorite teas. We love this tea. It's the best. So if you're ever looking for a great organic tea, we always share the best that we have. So cheers.
Cheers again. And I'm enjoying my tea very much. Lovely.
Yes, lovely. All right. So, as we always begin, our thoughts and prayers go out to the entire universe. It is our hope and wish and prayers that we will have a cohesive, loving society, universal, worldwide, planet-wise. And it's very timely that I say that because we, in our attempt to always bring forth love and compassion in our conversations, tomorrow is Thanksgiving. And it has been amazing to me because Rosetta and I are all about, being grateful and thankful and being in the present moment. There are people who are not going to spend the holiday together because of the world, plights of the world. So one of the things, well, there's a few things that I wanted to share. So we always, every week, we talk about gratitude, 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 gratitude. So to speak gratitude is courteous and pleasant. To enact gratitude is generous and noble. But to live gratitude is to touch heaven. Give thanks not just on Thanksgiving Day, but every day of your life. Appreciate and never take for granted all that you have.
I love
Those are
that.
just two. Those are just two comments, and I have one more that I'll share later. But I want Rosetta to talk. But
Yeah. Well, thank you, Gloria. I really love that you're talking about gratitude. Even though a lot of people know that this is time of Thanksgiving, which means giving thanks, a lot of times I find that Thanksgiving, I'm not from America, I'm from the UK, but I've kind of adopted this tradition. And I always thought it was a time to come together and give thanks. But I think a lot of people have forgotten the meaning of Thanksgiving. And it's all
yes,
about family. And I feel that it can be quite, depending on your family, it can be quite a anxiety driven holiday because a
yes,
lot of people come together and some families it's just natural that they're just not going to get along, or you have that specific cousin or aunt and uncle that just, you know, does their thing, and they don't want to, see them, but because they're family, they have them over for Thanksgiving. But I really
right,
feel that it's lost, and a lot of times we need to really stop and be grateful. And like Gloria said, not just on Thanksgiving Day, but every day. And this is important. I talk a lot about this because the more you're thankful, the more you're going to get out of life instead of worrying about what you don't have. So I like that. I really like that. Being grateful, not just on one day, but every day.
yes, absolutely, absolutely. So, one of the things that Rosetta and I would like to suggest to you all is on this Thanksgiving Day, which is tomorrow, reach out to someone you know and love. Express to them your love, your gratitude, and your appreciation for their being in your life. Too often, we stand around the table on Thanksgiving Day or we sit around the table and, we give expressions of thanks, but we don't pick up, for this one time, we don't want people to pick up anything negative. If you know that cousin Bob wants to talk politics and he can't wait to dig in, at the beginning of your time together, just say, we're not going to talk about politics. We're not going to talk about, our aunt that takes her teeth out and puts them in the glass. We're not going to talk about anything negative. We are going to stay focused on being in the present moment and enjoying each other's company. And, another part of thankfulness is pick up your cell phone and call that person, the people that you don't see all the time or think about. However, they have a special place in your heart. Call that person and say, Happy Thanksgiving. I hope you're having a wonderful, blessed day. You have no idea how wonderful and grateful that individual could feel just by hearing your voice.
Yeah, great
So
reminder. I love that.
just yes. So just express that gratitude, not just in words, but take action. And this Thanksgiving, connect with someone that that's not there eating dinner with you, someone that you or someone else at the table thinks is an extraordinary person. So Rosetta and I hope and wish that your Thanksgiving celebration will be filled with love and gratitude.
Yes, we do. And now on to the good part of Thanksgiving, the
Yes,
food.
the food. Yes.
The food. That's what it's all about. Besides what we said is giving thanks, which is the main thing, but we are thankful for all the food that we can get and we can come around and eat. And what is it that you like? What kinds of foods do you like during Thanksgiving? We'd like you to comment below. And I want to ask you,
Yes.
Gloria, what are your favorite things that you like to eat during Thanksgiving?
Well, I actually like the honey baked ham more than I do the turkey. Sometimes the turkey, I'll have like a few slivers because you have to have turkey and dressing and cranberry, or it's not Thanksgiving. But I like that. And for me, it's going to be different this year with my mom passing, because today we would be making sweet potato pies. She would not just make a couple of pies, she would make 10, 12, 20 pies.
What'd she do with all
Anybody,
the pies?
all the people that's in the complex where she lived, they would be like, I'll buy the ingredients. I'll give you the money. Will you make me a pie? So she would make the pies, and I would go around and ring doorbells and say, here's your pie. But she loved cooking. I love the smells of Thanksgiving. It's not just one thing. I love how it all just smells so good together. And I don't do it as much now. I have to watch how much sugar I consume. I used to love pecan pies. Coming from the South, some people call them pecan pies, whatever you call it.
I call
But
it
that's
pecan pie.
yes, it is just that caramelized with the pecans on the top. Oh, that used to be my favorite, but not so much now. Now I find I love like a good pound cake. My aunt, before she passed, she used to make a 7-Up cake. And it was just, I'm not all that chocolate and all that buttercream frosting. I like the cake itself. My husband can't stand me because I'll eat the cake and give him the icing. What about you? What makes it special in Thanksgiving for you?
Well, since I don't come from, a background where we celebrate Thanksgiving, I've adopted. So we've,
Mhm.
along the years, I'm now accustomed to eating turkey. I do like the honey baked ham. I do like that. I really like
Mhm.
ham. I like it when the top is nice and crispy. That's what I
Yes.
like. And
Yes.
turkey has to have the cranberry sauce. I'm sorry, the
Yes.
cranberry sauce is not just I just like the canned cranberry sauce. That's what I like. You gotta have that one that comes out in a blob out from the tin, shaped like a tin. That's what I like. That's my favorite turkey and cranberry sauce. And
Yes.
stuffing is okay. I'm not a huge fan. I'll eat it, but I do like my cranberry and turkey. And if I really don't eat sandwiches, but when I go out and I see that they're offering turkey cranberry sandwich, I'll order that because that's my
Yes.
favorite, favorite, favorite.
Yes.
This year,
Yes.
yes, I don't eat pecan pie because I don't like that gooey stuff in the middle. I like the pecans. I'd love that. I'd like to pick off all the pecans and just eat that with the crust. I don't like that gooey stuff on the middle. It's way too sweet. I don't know how American people eat that. I'm
Yes.
not used to it. I'll never get used to it. So this year, what we did was I like pumpkin pie myself. So what we did
Hmm.
was we purchased half a pecan pie because I know my husband likes pecan and half a pumpkin pie so I can have my pumpkin. So we're not stuck with a whole pie of one kind. So that's what we decided to do. And yes, I will eat a slice of pie this year because that's just what it is. I'm going to enjoy it and love it. And even though I have to watch my sugars, I will eat it, indulge, and love it.
It's
So
only
that's what
one
we do it.
day.
Oh, and I forgot because I'm from the UK, this is something that Americans don't do, but I like to make roast potatoes. That's what I like to do.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
every
No,
Sunday in England, they have a roast, which they have, which is traditional, and they'll do roast potatoes. And I make that with the turkey, and it's become a tradition now. So I make that every year. So that's what I like.
that is really awesome. Yes, I like you like pumpkin pie. I like sweet potato pie. However, I have had a couple of pumpkin loaves or pumpkin bread or pumpkin pies recently, and I'm kind of growing toward it because the sweet potatoes are naturally sweet, so you don't have to put a lot of sugar in them. So I prefer that to pecan pie now. I had to let
Yeah,
that go.
I one time purchased sweet potato pie because I never had it. and I did not like it. I had one bite and I threw the rest away. I don't know why. Maybe because it was really who made it, but I
Right.
don't know. I'm just not a big, what I had was not good. So I'd
All
like to
right.
try a sweet potato pie that is really good. That's what I would like to
Yeah.
try. What people think is good, because what I got was not good. I purchased it, did not like it, and turned me off for life. So maybe one day I'll try one that's good, and I might get, because I do like sweet potatoes. I love sweet potatoes, but not
Yes.
so much the pie.
Yes. It's what they put in it. So, all right. So we would love for you to share what you're doing for tomorrow. What are your specialties? What do you like to have to make it Thanksgiving? One of my sisters, until she can have eggnog, it's not the holiday season. And then she drinks eggnog for, what is that, like 6, 7 weeks, as much as
Oh
she
my
can
goodness.
consume.
I never got used to eggnog. The only time I ever had eggnog that I liked was when I worked in a company and someone would make during Christmas their special eggnog, and they didn't make that many, probably like a jar about like a, what is it? Like a wine bottle jar, two of those,
Oh, okay.
and that was it. But in the eggnog, they'll put some bit of alcohol in it. So
Oh,
I
yeah. You
really
got to put
liked
some
it.
brandy. Yeah, you have to
Yes,
put some
so I like
brandy.
the eggnog, but other than that, I've tried regular eggnog, do not like it. I've not tried
Yes.
it since.
Yes. Okay. All right. Well, let us know what you're doing. Please share. We would love to have that common experience for tomorrow. And remember,
Yeah.
no drama tomorrow. None. Anyone
And
starts? No.
yes, and I think Gloria was telling me, because I haven't been out since the pandemic on, well, I don't know, I haven't been keeping up with it, that a lot of stores don't open on Thanksgiving.
Yes, which is nice. We're so grateful that they're allowing their employees to have that one day with their family and they don't have to get up and go to work. And people aren't lined up around the stores and all of that drama.
Yeah, because I remember people would hurry up and eat their meal and then say, "I'm going to go over
Yes.
to remember back in the days was Circuit City or whatever it was, or
Yes, and
whatever,
now
Best
it's Best
Buy."
Buy.
Yes,
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 I'm so glad. And I checked Kohl's, because Kohl's used to be open from like 5 p.m. till midnight or something, and they're actually closed on Thanksgiving. Thank you so much for
yes,
doing that, because me and Gloria have always said in the past, pre-pandemic, we're
yeah,
trying to get people not to shop on Thanksgiving Day.
yes,
We shouldn't, yeah,
yes. Just take away the demand and then they would stop. So happy to know that actually worked.
yeah.
All right. So last week when we chatted, we were one day early and we couldn't talk about Dancing with the Stars because it hadn't showcased. And now this week, so we have kind of 2 weeks of Dancing with the Stars. The thing that I like a lot of this process is when they put the couples against each other or they build the teams. That's starting to be really good because you get to see what they really look like when they're dancing, because when they dance one-on-one you can't really see, but when they're dancing with groups you get to see when they make a mistake. You get to see that, are they really having fun, are they really doing the kicks as they call it. So that has been really interesting. And the first one we're going to quickly talk about was with Billy Porter as a guest judge. I mean, he came out, he had his hair all done, he looked so cute. And he was singing a Whitney Houston song. I thought, oh my God,
I
this is going to
know.
be
I
really
didn't
good.
even know what he was doing. I knew he was going to perform, but I didn't know he
Right.
was going to be the opening act,
I didn't
singing,
either.
and then all the professionals dancing behind him. That
Yes.
was very nice.
And he kept up with the dances. I mean, he could do the moves. And, when they asked, what is he going to be looking for? And he was like, I want commitment, I want intention, and I want delivery. So
Mm.
everyone knew he wasn't going to like be easy breezy. And I really like Charity and I love watching her dance. And they keep talking about how she's not hitting it, and, you know, give us more, give us more. I mean, my God, she looks like she's only 95 pounds dripping wet. How much harder can she hit? How much more can she give? I don't know. And I'm sure she doesn't know what they're looking for either.
Well, I kind of agree with them in a sense because when she first came on, she was hitting it hard and I thought she was a good front runner. But as the weeks have gone by, I have to be honest, she hasn't been hitting it as hard as she could. And she, for some reason, I feel like she's a bit timid on some of the moves that should be hard hitting. So I do have to agree with the judges. And yeah, she could do a lot more because I know she has it in her because the first few weeks she was very good and then she started to drop back down again. And I just feel like there's others that have surpassed her. And you know who I'm really liking now is what's her name?
Oh, yes.
Ariana
I
Maddox.
know.
That's I didn't know who she
Yes,
was. She's from Vanderpump Rules. I think
yes,
she is just amazing. Like
yes,
all her dances have been spectacular. She has it and she runs a busy life on top of
yes.
doing what she's doing. I think she's opening up bars or something. I don't exactly know what she's doing in her business, in her, private life, but I know she's
For
opening
real
up
life.
businesses and she's doing this and she's rehearsing and doing the best she can. And her dances are phenomenal. So I'm really liking her. Her and
Yes,
Sochi Gomez are the two that I'm liking. And
yes.
don't
I like
forget,
Jason too.
Jason, yes, Jason is doing
Yes,
very well as well. So those are
yes,
the top three that
yes,
I'm liking so far.
yes. Well, Sochi and Val, that I mean, they got a perfect 10 last night on their dance routine. Her holes, for her to be as young as she is, and Val kind of shared a little bit that, I'm kind of hard on you. However, I hope you see the results because she's getting better. They had a perfect 40. Ariana, I think, had like 38, and
That was
Jason
for
had 38. I
that
mean,
was for the Whitney Houston night.
that was last night.
Last night
Sorry.
was last night Jason Mraz got a perfect score,
Oh,
I
that's right. He
believe.
got the 40 last night.
He
So
got the
yeah,
forty last night.
those were the Whitney Houstons. But
No,
the whole
last night was Taylor Swift.
no. I'm saying what I was just talking about, the numbers was for the Whitney Houston night, the 38, the 38, and the
Okay, all
40.
right. So Whitney
Yeah,
Houston
yeah,
night, yes.
yeah. Those are Whitney Houston nights. So yeah, we can wrap that up and then we can move on. Yeah, now Ariana, she ended up with a what did somebody, I can't remember, someone was critiquing her, and I thought, are you not seeing what I'm seeing? Because the judges are always talking about improvement week over week. It's not just, and I think that's where Charity is in trouble, is that she came out strong, she lessened, she's back into her nines, so she's, back up to getting, what is that? If you get 4 nines, 36
Was that last night or for the
out of
Whitney
possible
Houston night?
40. Right. Before they add in the little dance
Oh,
routines,
so this was
their
the
initial
Taylor
scores.
Swift night we're talking about.
Yeah. Okay, I'm trying not to mix them, Rosetta. You keep going to Taylor Swift. I'm only talking about Whitney Houston.
Okay.
So let's finish Whitney Houston, and then we will open it up and we will go to the other one. So I'm talking about the judges that they were critiquing and how they were giving feedback. And the reason I was listening to what you said about Charity, and I think the reason the judges are saying that is because she came out strong. She lessened a little bit. She's back up to getting all nines, so her scores are back up. And Derek said to her, I really, really want to give you that 40. I know you're working towards that perfect score. I just need a little more. And so when you were talking about Ariana, I thought, okay, that's what she has to do. Can't just be good. She has to be better than good to get the perfect score. But this is all about the Whitney Houston night. So now let's go to Taylor Swift night. So now go ahead.
Okay, so Taylor Swift, she actually didn't come on the show. She did a little snippet. They pre-recorded it, and she is now, I didn't know she was still on tour in Brazil this time. I didn't know. I thought she was done with her tour, but I guess not.
No,
She's
no,
in
she's
Brazil.
done with her USA tour. She just started her international tour, and that's why she's in Rio. And Rio is 138 degrees. It's so hot. A young person was at the concert, got sick, overheated, passed out, passed away. So Taylor Swift is now having water stations with free water so
You're
people
saying,
will
did you
not
just
get
say that
overheated.
she passed away?
Yes, the person passed away from they think it was related to the heat.
God.
So now Taylor is setting it up so that they will have water stations because she doesn't want anyone to get sick.
Wow. Wow, that's
Yeah.
crazy. That's crazy. Well, I
Yeah,
guess
but that's temperature. I mean, because she actually felt like it was her fault. And it's like you can't control the temperature.
no, you can't. You can't control that. That's
Yeah.
man-made. You cannot control that. So yeah.
Yes.
So that was Taylor Swift night, and
Yes.
Mandy Moore, who was the I'm gonna say this right. I always get this mixed up. Choreographed. What's the word? When she puts together all
Choreographer.
she's the choreographer for Taylor Swift's tour, Eras tour, and she was there judging. And yeah, I think that she has a bit of experience, just a little bit of experience knowing what she's talking about with these
Yes.
dances. And I actually really, so the one part, I was very impressed this week with Harry Jowsey. He actually improved a lot from the previous weeks, because a lot of times what I'm noticing
Yes.
with him is that he seems scared when he's dancing. He looks
Yes.
scared and timid, but he did the jive this week and he seemed like he was having a good time because he would smile, which he normally
Yeah.
doesn't smile. So he
No, he
smiled
looks
a
like
bit.
he's afraid.
Yes, so I actually thought that he was doing pretty well this week. I mean, not up to the standards of some of them, but for him, that's a big improvement
Yes.
because he really needed a lot of help. But I think that he did very well this week. Um, I didn't think, I don't know, people liked Alison Hannigan, but I thought that she could have done a bit better. That's my opinion.
Okay, so she is a Swiftie mom because her daughters love Taylor Swift. And so she knew all the words. And I think sometimes she got so into the words that she forgot she was supposed to be dancing a routine. So I think that kind of threw her off. And Mandy Moore used to be a choreographer on the So You Think You Can Dance.
Yes.
And so she does have a lot of experience choreographing different music routines. You know, she did one of my favorite Twitch routines she was involved in. So she knows her stuff. And there was someone else that I thought was they were gooing and gawing, and I thought, I mean, it was okay, but like you said, even Harry, I don't know. I think Harry got to the point where it's like, I'm not going to worry about it. The scores are what they are. I'm going to have some fun. And I think that's what we saw. He actually looked like he was having fun.
Yes, he did. He did look like he's having fun. But
Yes.
that was a good evening. I see, I don't know all of Taylor Swift's songs, so I really enjoyed listening to their interpretations of these songs. And I liked
Yes.
what I really like is when they get down to the final weeks. This week was the relay dance, and I really enjoyed that. I like the
Yes.
team dance and the relay dance, and that's what I'm really enjoying. And
Yes.
they all did a fantastic job. So that's really fun to see. And and there's going to be, I think they usually have towards the end one of the times where they have to redo one of their previous dances, and they'll have a judge come in and critique them and tell them how they can improve. So that's probably coming up in
Yes.
the next few weeks, but I'm looking forward to
Yes.
that. But
Yes.
yeah, last night was pretty good. And Jason Mraz, he did excellent in the relay dance. I thought he had
Yes.
swagger and he brought it.
Yes. Yes. And that's why he won. And he said before, I don't like being so low on the leaderboard. You know, I don't like being down near the bottom. And he actually, he told her, he says, I don't care what I have to do. I want to improve. I don't want to be down at the bottom anymore. So to me, they're all doing so much better. You can actually see the performance improvements. So I like that too.
Yes, yes, yes. I like
All
that.
right. Okay. Bachelor in Paradise. I'm like, my brain's like, okay, where do we start? What do we do? So we all know that, Katie had showed up and, got Jess to see what she almost lost with Blake. So you started seeing relationships balance out before the chaos. Because with me, I think, oh, this is a couple, they're solid. Oh, this is a couple, they're solid. Rachel was, with Tanner, but she didn't think anything of it. And then she's with Jordan, from her previous season. And you're like, oh, they're cute. And then Tanner's like, I didn't just give you the rose to give you the rose. I gave you the rose because I want to get to know you better. So you started seeing different relationships get more solid. Aaron B and Elijah are doing really well. So my question to you is, do you have a favorite couple now?
Um, Good question. I had a favorite couple, and they're no longer my favorite couple because they're not a couple anymore. And it was Rachel and Brandon. That's who I really like. They're no longer couples. So I don't really have a favorite couple. I'm just hoping that everybody stays a couple who are couples and have been long time couples. But it's kind of hard to know because things keep changing every week. You think they're solid, and the next thing you know, there's something that shakes it up and they may or may not be solid. Because last week, remember,
Yes.
they did the Katie came in and she says, I'm not here to date anyone. And she did a roast. She told them that we're going to do a roast. So
Yeah.
that's when they all roasted. And it was very shocking because a lot of times when people do roast, some of it is, or the majority of it is half truths. So there's something
Yes.
behind what they're saying. So there was a lot of things said that made you like think, oh my God, what's going to happen to this person? So
Yes.
I'm not really sure. I just don't really like Cat still. Cat's still my least favorite out of every girl there.
Yes. And I keep thinking that just the mentality of the producers of the show, they're going to bring somebody in that she likes, and she's going to drop John Henry like he was never there, because that is just not her. I mean, she just seems so shallow. She doesn't seem like she's there for the right reason, to find her perfect soulmate and to be happy. He just happened to be the one of the moment. And it was more important for her to take him from Olivia than it was for her to have, just have an aha moment. Oh my God, I love you kind of thing.
Yeah, you're right. That's what I'm thinking. And in a way, I'm really hoping that there is someone that comes down, another guy that comes down, and she really likes him and takes a liking to him. And hopefully she will, because I just want John Henry to see how fake she is. So I'm really
Yes,
hoping that this will tell him that she wasn't really there for him. She was there
yes,
just because she wanted to be on the island and she wanted that rose that week that the men were giving it out. So we'll see. I'm just praying and hoping there is some other guy that comes on, but I don't know yet because it's kind of late in the game, but we'll see. I'm hoping and still can pray that something will happen like that. And I'm liking
Yes.
Olivia with Michael. He seems a really nice guy.
Yes, and he's very attentive to her. He's not being pulled away by other women trying to, throw themselves at him. So I'm liking him. And Olivia, when I was watching it, I thought to myself, "Oh my God, sweetheart, you just fall at, hello." If the guy says hello and they have gorgeous smile, you're in love, and you need to slow down a little bit, get to know them a little bit before you start confessing your love for them and all of that.
Yeah. So what else happened in that? It's so muddled up. I mean, there's so much happening that you forget all the different things that are happening during that season. But
Yes.
I don't even remember. What did they show that was happening that's coming up next week?
Well, next week is more of these somebody else is coming to the beach, and there's more of these relationships that you and I thought were solid blowing up. So I don't think it's going to be smooth, easy breezy from now on. I think it's going to become a little bit more chaotic, because you see, what is her name? I think her name is Kylie. And she throws her arm and she walks off the beach, and I'm like, where's she going? What's up? So I think that they're going to kind of, put these couples to the test. I mean, are you here for the right reason, or are you just, you know, having fun?
Yeah.
So
Okay, we'll wait to see what happens next week.
yeah, we'll keep watching, and we'll keep you all informed as well. So, our wonderful Golden Bachelor, Gary. I think last week during the recording, I would call him Gary, and then I would call him Jerry. And that's because the way they spell his Gary is Gerry. And
Yes,
sometimes when I'm reading my notes, I'd be like, I know his name is Gary. Why do I keep saying Jerry? And that was why.
I
Um,
know.
so
Me too.
yeah, so this week was the fantasy suites. This was the week, and you and I both have talked about how, Teresa has hung on and hung on and hung on. Yet Leslie was the first woman he said, I love you to. So he took her on a date, and they had to propel down this mountainside to a waterfall. Now, if that had been me, and they're both, she's 64 and he's 72, they would have had to find me some steps or an elevator. And, she doesn't like heights. She doesn't like doing that, but she's pretty adventurous. So she did it. She went down. I mean, there were points where, he was very attentive. He'd ask her, are you okay? Are you okay? And she would, because she would get too close to the waterfall where water was spraying all over her. By the time they got down to the bottom, they were pretty wet. So I'm like, okay, so you just showed him that with him by your side, you will do anything, you will try anything. So I kind of, I like that. And then it went to dinner and then the night. I'll just stop there. What did you think about her going down that mountain?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, they had a good time. So this, I was very disappointed with Gary. Now I had to think about it. Is it Gary or
yeah,
Jerry? Even though I
it's
know it's
Gary.
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 Okay, so I was disappointed this week because I think Gary overextended himself to both women.
Yes.
And I feel that he's told both of them he loves them. He even told Teresa, I love you.
And he told Leslie,
Leslie.
not just that I love you, but I think you're the one.
Yeah. And he's put himself in a predicament
Yeah,
because you cannot act like they're the one in front of them when there's two women, right?
right,
So with Leslie, it was pretty set in the beginning that he loved her and he liked her because she's active and more his type.
right.
The reason why he never said "I love you" to Teresa was because she never said the things that he wanted to hear, which is why he never said "I love you." But when he went on the date, all the questions and doubts he had were answered. So that's why he said, I love you. So they both went on the fantasy suite. They did whatever they did in the fantasy suite. And I just feel like they were both of them was exactly the same kind of evening. That's what I'm thinking. Date was
Yeah.
similar, the evening was similar. They both had, and he confesses love to both of them, and he's saying, "I can see a future with you." I think to me, I don't think that's fair for him to do that.
Yeah.
That's just
And I
my
think
opinion.
that's, yeah. And I think that's why now he is going around and he's very sad and he's crying for the upcoming finale on November 30th. Mark your calendars, November 30th. Um, in the beginning, when he's with Leslie and, he's like, we really haven't gotten deep into anything. He goes, you don't ask me a lot of questions. And she goes, okay, I'll ask you one. And she goes, when was the last time you had sex? And then Gary came back and he goes, with myself or with someone else? And I laughed so hard. I thought to myself, now that's a real man. And, he answered her question. And, the way he was with her, I thought, Teresa, it's been fun, but honey, you've lost this battle. And then he goes on the date with Teresa. Now, one of the things I will tell you about Teresa is she is fighting hard for him. So she says to him, I love you. I love you meeting my family. I loved meeting your family. I am all in. If you were to ask me, I would say yes. I mean, she's just so yes, yes, yes. And he's sitting there. And like, even when they were riding the horses, she's talking to him and he's not even there because he's thinking of Leslie. And he even said, Tristan told him, find the woman you cannot live without. So it's Leslie, Leslie, Leslie. And then they go to the fantasy suite. And then he's like, all of my, concerns and issues were gone after the first hour that we were together. And I just think, like he said, one of these women is going to be really, really hurt because he has confessed his love. And if it's Leslie, it's going to be devastating because he told her she was the one.
Yeah. So I was disappointed with Gary,
Yes,
and I'm just going through the motions and waiting to see what happens on November the 30th. I'm looking forward to that. But
yes,
we'll have to see. So, wondering if you are watching The Golden Bachelor, what do you think? What did you think of the most recent episode, the Fantasy Suites night? What did you think?
yes,
Who do you
yes,
think he's going to choose? And there are a lot of people out there speculating, or people that have spoilers and stuff, and
right.
are thinking that it's Leslie because they think that they see video of her behind him, or there's one going around where they're saying, oh yes, there's a video, someone's taking a video of Leslie, and then all of a sudden you hear the laughing, like the person recording it sounds like Gary laughing, who's recording the video. So we don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe people are hoping that that's him. That's why they're saying it. I don't know.
yes,
It could be. We don't know, but we'll have to wait
yes.
and see.
So we got one more episode to watch, and then all of our questions will be answered. So who knows? Now to one of our favorite parts of our chat is to give you a little bit more insight into us. My name is Gloria Webb Williams. My company is Ancient Stones Nurturing Natural. As you can see behind me, I'm an all natural mineral makeup manufacturing company right here in Santa Clara, California. And my makeup tip for today. So, I'm always talking about there's nothing like good, clean skin. Makeup adheres best to good, clean skin. Now, I know some women, and I'll use one of my favorite musicians, Dolly Parton, as an example. Dolly sleeps in her makeup. Dolly says her house is not going to catch on fire and she's going to run outside without makeup and without her wig. She sleeps in her wigs and she sleeps in her makeup. However, I know that there are times when she will get a professional treatment. So you have two options. One, you can go to a salon and have a professional facial. And what they do is they will take away a lot of the old dead skin that's sitting on your face. They will give you a steam treatment, which is, oh my God, I love when I get the steam. It feels so good and it just absorbs into my skin. When I leave from having a professional facial, no makeup, my face just feels amazing. Now, I always put makeup on it before I go out into the elements, but that treatment itself. Now, you can do treatments. I know friends who go to spas and they buy the treatments and they take it home and they do it. However, what my suggestion is, at least once a month, try and really cleanse your skin. Find a mask that you love. Put the mask on and let it stay on until it just like it's crispy. And when you go to smile, it starts to crack, because that also will pull out some of the imperfections in your skin. Always follow it up with great moisturizer. That's important. And you know, my favorite, cold pressed extra virgin olive oil. It works. There are great companies like Rodan and Fields and New Skin that have more organic solutions than just going to a regular store. But do something once a month to just rejuvenate your skin. I promise you, your makeup will go on much smoother, easier, and it will take less to give you the desired look. And that's my makeup tip for the day.
Very good. Thanks, Gloria, for that makeup tip. And I'm Rosetta Chow, certified health coach. And I always say I like to educate, and I say your health matters. And today's health tip is going to be along the lines of Thanksgiving. And we've already mentioned a little bit about it. It's about being grateful. I think that's a really important thing to do every day as part of a healthy lifestyle. Healthy lifestyle just doesn't mean exercise and what you eat. It's also about your mindset, positivity, and being grateful. Because when you're grateful, you have more abundance. Instead of always being concerned about what you don't have, think about the things that you have and be grateful for them. And I like to suggest maybe taking a journal book and every day, if you can, write down a few things, 2 or 3 things that you're grateful for. Or if you can't remember, because everyone has busy lives, how about stop and just think, what am I grateful for? At least you're thinking about it, and maybe say out loud. You can say, Universe, I'm grateful for, and whatever you're grateful for. And that's what I like, because the more that
Yes.
you're grateful, the more you'll have, more abundance you'll have. The more that you're concentrating on things you don't have, the more you won't have. So be grateful
Yes.
and try a journal where you put few things that you're grateful for, or if not, stop and just think about the things you're grateful for and just say it out loud if you don't have the time to write it down. But that's my health tip of the day, because I think it's so important, because it helps improve your immune system as well, because that will help you feel nice and happy and uplifting and mood changing, which increases your good hormone serotonin for a better mood. So there you have it. That's your tip of the day, and it should be the tip for every day. Thank you, Rosetta
Yes.
Chow. Your health matters.
Yes, that's wonderful. And I always tell you, I start my day with my gratitude. You know, a gratitude journal is wonderful. And you know how all our young kids, young adults, you can't do anything without that cell phone. Then have your cell phone and just say, today is November 23rd, and I am grateful for. I always kick mine off. I'm grateful to still be alive. You know, just keep that presence of gratitude in your life. And we promise you things will be much, much better, more positive. So thank you very much for joining us on the day before Thanksgiving, a day in which we should all share our gratitude and love for our fellow human beings, our pets, all of our babies, the planet, everything, because it is a day of thankfulness. That's why it's called Thanksgiving. So we feel the love in the room.
Yes.
Send it back to you. We know that you can feel that we are grateful that you spend your time with us. And we look forward to sharing with you the next time.
Yes, everyone. Thank you so much. And we wish you a great Thanksgiving. And thank you for checking out our chat. And don't forget, if you liked our chat, hit the thumb icon. Don't forget to subscribe because we'd love for you to subscribe. Hit the bell notification. And we love you all. And we are Silicon Valley Girls Chat Over Tea. And
And
remember
remember
to
to
always
always
keep
keep
smiling.
smiling.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy
Take
Thanksgiving.
care.
Happy Thanksgiving. Bye.